Just a moment, sir. You seem to have been saying the same thing for the past how many minutes or so in terms of the records of these people. The records of these people have always been in the spotlight. I mean, it's been known even before now in terms of their capacity, in terms of what they can do or where it is that they're coming from, even before President Muhammadu Buhari took office. So if these were the same people he was going to work with, what took him so long?
Well, there is one issue. The diagnosis of the condition Nigeria is in. The president is just not interested, let's say, in bringing people to just assign them to do anything or to run Nigeria the way it was run before. The president has to get his priorities right, and that is what took this much time.
I mean, in terms of what? So what are we looking to see? Is it that he was trying to decide where exactly he will put them or in what capacity they're going to serve us or what? It's not quite clear there.
Okay, what we're going to see is we expect an expeditious screening from the 13th so that these people would be given their tasks and the ministries to run, and then the president will give them those assignments to turn around this country. These are all turnaround managers and people who have experience. And
some people will say that,
for instance,
just a moment before you talk about their capacity to be turnaround managers. Some people are saying that we cannot divorce. Can you hear me?
I'm getting you very well.
We cannot divorce or dissociate what's happened in the Senate, especially to the Senate president, from the occurrence of this list in September. They say that they believe that some senators might have issues with some of the names that have been proposed here, and as such, it took this long.
No, the two issues are absolutely not related at all. Actually, the president is being careful and methodical in what he is doing, and he made these choices, and he forwarded them at the time that he said he's going to forward it, the end of September, which he did. The issues in the Senate are entirely different issues. I mean, they're about the leadership, and the way the Senate is being managed has got nothing to do with the nominations and the submissions made for these executive positions, the leadership of the ministries.
And then, it's taken all of 4 months. We're still with, is it 21 or 22 names?
Actually, it took 4 months because the president has to get to know, diagnosis. You see, if you get your diagnosis wrong, your entire plan and execution will go wrong. This is right.
Was it diagnosing alone, without consulting, without, asking questions from people who are going to work with him? So how is it going to work? He's finally diagnosed and these people are coming to come and help him give the cure?
Okay, while the analysis, for instance, of the record given by the previous government was being made, the president also, you see, actually engaged the public service, the civil service. He engaged them and discussed with them and knew actually clearly what was going on in government then. He was doing all that. The president, at the same time, he was doing quite a lot. You see, apart from going out and
Mr. Bulama, just a moment. Are you sure that even the APC knows just what the president was thinking when he, brought up these names 4 months after? Can you really defend that?
Absolutely. The president actually, he is in his October 1 broadcast to the nation, he talked about proper preparation and consultation, that it gives better results, that order is more vital than speed. The president actually consults, he listens, he's simple and accessible, and you would have really seen objection to these things from within if he is not consulting. He has consulted widely, he has thought and reviewed extensively before proposing these names.
In that case then, could you then tell us, what is it that the president has done differently with the names of this list submitting to the Senate that the PDP wouldn't have done?
Well, for instance, You see, the president is clearly armed with the tasks that on how to manage this country. And he carefully selected these people among many.
All right, Mr. Bulama, just a minute. Pardon me. We need to interrupt this and bring this information to you. It's news just in. It's breaking, as you can see at the bottom of the screen. There's a bomb blast in Damaturu, Yobe State. 16 people confirmed dead. The bomb went off at Waziri housing estate in Damaturu. Again, a bomb blast in Damaturu, Yobe State. There have been 16 people dead. It went off at Waziri housing estate there. But we'll be in touch and bring you more information on this matter as we have them. Well, let's get back to you, Mr. Bulama. Could you continue with your thoughts? And we did ask you, what is it that has been done differently? Because I'm seeing many comments coming through saying, yes, they don't fault the competencies of those who may be on the list, but you're recycling the same old people. You have a huge population of young people in this country, credible ones, even in your party. They don't see any one of them featuring here, and many say, based on that, their disappointment is predicated on that premise.
You have to give it to the president. This one has fresh mandate given to him by millions of Nigerians. We are still in the early days. You see, he has taken his time to study the condition in the country and what it's needed to turn around this country. Now he has nominated some people that he would assign to work with him to turn around this country, to make this country safe and secure and stable and prosperous. So we have to trust him, give him benefit of doubt, and trust in his choices. And in fact, as I earlier said, all these 21 people that were nominated by the president are distinguished professionals, scholars, academics, and politicians. They are all men of exceptional quality in their own right. I cannot see how somebody would downplay the professional status of Governor Fashola, for instance, of Lagos, and his achievements and record. What he took up, what he did under Tinubu, what he did as a leader, and how he successfully did this transition to Ambode. Or even, you see, this Governor Amechi, who hates injustice, who is known as a fighter, who actually has solid record in Rivers State.
Oh, Mr. Bulama, the thing is,
crime,
this
or
is
Governor
the first batch.
Or Governor Ogbonaya Onu, a man who is exceedingly excellent academically, professionally, and politically.
And he was first executive governor in Abia State. Yes, we remember that. He's been around too. Yes, he's also been around. But, you know, this is the first part of the list. It took this long to bring these names. But we've heard women's groups, we've heard young people, even politicians, all complaining about this particular list. For the second batch of the list, many still don't understand. If you've waited that long, they thought, submit their entire names. And now we have to wait. We don't know how long before the second batch of the names eventually come through. And when the second batch of names do come through, do you think that it will not be same of the same?
No. The president has promised to restructure these ministries.
Yeah, but that's the same thing that was said before these names came up.
You see, so we have to follow through as these steps are being taken one after the other. Clearly, issues about representation of diverse groups and political or ethnic or social interest groups would be addressed as we go along or as the executive branch unfolds. Women will be carried along. Their numbers, for instance, we have 3 exceedingly good women. Amina, our representative from Ogun State, and you see, these 3 women are women who are.
I hate to interrupt, but let me bring in this point before I wrap it up. Mr. Bulama, we're also reading that Oyo State chapter of the APC, there's publication that they have also disagreed with the nomination of Adebayo Shitu, from there, they think that no, that they don't think that that's not acceptable to them. So if you're having this kind of recommendations within your party, that's not a good sign, is it?
No. You see, eventually, I mean, as we go along, these voices or feelings of grudges, of marginalization, disappointment, and so on, within, most particularly, the political class, even within the APC, and most vociferously from this, frustrated, PDP politicians. You will hear all this, but the point is, these are minor issues that will be overcome.
All right.
Adebayo Shitu is an accomplished lawyer, a former attorney general in Oyo State. He has actually, we have problems when we did this merger or carrying along some segments in the party.
I'm afraid that's all the time we have,
his own feelings and grudges against the party and so on. But I'm sure this issue will be overcome. He is known as a committed party man, and this problem will be overcome.
Indeed. Mr. Waziri Bulama is a member of Presidential Campaign Council of the APC. Thank you very much indeed for your time today.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
And then we'd like to remind our viewers, there's some news just in. It's breaking as you can see on the bottom of the screen. There's a bomb blast in Damaturu, Yobe State. 16 people are confirmed dead. The bomb went off at Buhari Housing Estate. Bomb blast in Damaturu, Yobe State. 16 people dead. And Buhari Housing Estate in Damaturu, Yobe State. And we will bring you more information on this matter as we receive them. We'll be back in just a moment here on the program. Join us again.